We are live.
Hello! Welcome to another live with me, Paul.
Me, Jason.
Together,
Those vegan guys.
And for those of you that don't know, we mostly, do a live every week, once a week. And it goes in this order: Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So today's Friday, 9 p.m. in the lounge, chill and chat. We're not going to stay on for eons tonight because it's been 31 degrees where we live today.
It's a bit much. If we are slightly
I'm happy with 12.
if we're slightly lackluster, if we're slightly lackluster in the energy department, that is why, essentially. But welcome one, welcome all. It's a chilled one, like Paul said, in our living room. Quick shout out to the few of yous that were here way before we were here. So David, Brendan, Ray, Melissa, Janet, or Jeanette, sorry, Sid, Chris, Dorcas, and I'll shout out a few more as well. Emily, Flanny. Is that everyone?
All bits.
All bits. Yeah. Holly, Stephen. Yeah. Marie. Welcome one and all. Yeah, I'm already sweating. We've got the back door open, but we can't have the front window open because the road outside is just too noisy.
However, the front window is the dark side of our house. We're very lucky to have a south-facing back garden. So having the front room window open today, which is the shady side of the house, made a world of difference.
It has helped a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it has helped. Yeah, we're on a beer. We've brought with tradition again. I think last time we did a Friday live, it was quite warm, and
we've had wine with dinner.
Yeah,
but we're having a cool beer now with a squirt of Robinson's Focus for me.
Yeah, you like a squirt.
For Jason.
Yeah. So how are you all doing? How is everyone? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm in a funny place at the moment. You know, kind of feeling a certain kind of way.
We both are.
Yeah, and we'll touch on that this evening. Like we said, it's a short one, just to preempt, manage people's expectations. It is going to be a short one this evening. But yeah, how are you all doing? How is everyone doing? Let's have a catch up. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. I saw something before that was quite interesting. Stephen says, "Good evening from Cornwall, guys. Good evening.
Good evening, love."
David is melting more than a candle.
Yeah, it's been brutal, hasn't it?
Happy Metal Vegan says, just asking, are you all going to see the new Superman? I'm hearing it is fantastic.
I think we probably will, actually, because we're big Superman fans, mainly Christopher Reeve. However, Henry Cavill was fantastic.
I liked him as Superman.
But he is one of the most stunning men on earth, so...
I'll weigh in just briefly on this. Happy Metal Vegan, and for anyone else that's interested, when I've heard that they were making a new Superman film, I was very dismissive of it. But having seen the trailer, I got a bit goosebumpy when I watched the trailer, and that's usually a good sign. So yeah, we will undoubtedly see it at some point, I'm sure. Oof, Holly says it's 36 degrees C here in Sacramento, and it's going to get hotter. Yeah, it's silly, isn't it? It's silly. We always say the same thing here in England, not always, but most of the time, when it's sunny and we have a bit of a heat wave, we also have excessive humidity. It's very, very humid, and it's the humidity that gets us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the humidity. It's unbearable. On a bright note, I've got to acknowledge it. Love them or hate them, Oasis this evening returned to Manchester. So that's nice.
I'll share that, Libby, about the FARS open day. If the vegan queens weren't working that day for Leverage Pride, we might be there. However, it's very near Vegan Camp Out.
Yeah.
Do you know, time-wise?
And it's a bit of a trek.
It is a bit of a trek. Yeah, we would have to kind of... well, we stayed in a hotel last time we went, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, but we shared it on our Facebook, I think, earlier today or yesterday, and just shouted them out because, you know, we can speak from personal experience. We've been there. The place is amazing. The volunteers are amazing. When they do the open days, it's a beautiful experience. So we would highly encourage anyone who is able to try and get to one of the Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary open days, because they are beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even I say this, even though one of the lovely animals there tried to steal my pants. It was all good.
It's because we were giving them rich tea biscuits. Just in case you don't know, sheep love rich tea biscuits.
They do, don't they? Yeah, they do. Oh, I'll share that, Minty. Thank you. That's good to know. Found out today that the Vegan Society are listing all the vegan animal sanctuaries on a map. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that,
because
Minty.
hopefully when people realise that they've got one right nearby, you know, they might be inclined to volunteer a couple of hours a week or one weekend or something. And I'm sure that stuff really helps.
Having been volunteers in various situations ourselves for many years, I can honestly say, hand on heart, that if we lived near to FARS, we would be volunteers.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt. We've both volunteered for like 20 years.
But we just turn up and say, right, what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Yeah. Oh, Kathleen says, hello from Falls Church, Virginia, USA. Please no hate. I didn't vote for the person who shall not be named.
Kathleen, we at least half of America, probably over half of voting America.
At this point. Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Probably over half of voting America did not vote for that awful man. And he surrounded himself with awful people. But, you know, it's not anything to do with people. It's people. Some people are awful. Some people are not. Trump is a horrible person who has surrounded himself with horrible people who are all about themselves and don't give a shit about America.
Yes.
We've got Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
I don't like Keir.
No.
I don't like Keir at all.
Well, I think you've made that quite clear previously.
Keir is all about his, what do they call it? There's a word for it.
Narcissist.
Yeah, no, that's what someone is. He's a career politician.
Yeah, and he's also incredibly
not a people politician.
He's incredibly centrist as well in his politics. He's
gone way central.
Whilst Kathleen is saying hi, and just picking up on another point, Kathleen says, why don't you all in the UK have air conditioning?
Because we don't get enough good weather to merit it.
That's it. That's the answer. Plain and simple.
However, Quentin, our car, as we discovered on the way back from Vegan Camp Out last year, on M6, if you don't know, it's the world's biggest car park. We were on M6 for hours, like you always are, and with windows down. It was a boiling hot day, and Jay's just said, put windows up. Let's try the aircon.
Because at that point, we'd only had Quentin, Nissan Qashqai, by the way. We'd only had Quentin like a month, 6 weeks.
And we put the aircon on and we were like, oh my God, actual cold air blowing out the fans.
First time we've ever had a vehicle in our lives that actually has proper air conditioning.
Good air conditioning,
yeah. Tracy, thank you for being here. Tracy says, made it, few, out running errands and just settled in. Nice one. Well, we said at the start, we're only doing a short one tonight because it's sweltering. And also, you know, I think it's important for us to share. I'm going to just scroll down because I don't think we've missed anything major.
Say it like that, narcissist. Oh, you clever little bitch.
Nice.
I like that. Have you named that off somewhere? Have you done that?
Helen says, I have aircon. Well, it's for the guinea pigs, so we benefit from it too.
Nice.
Cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention something because it's been mentioned anyway. I think our stalker returned on Facebook last night with a new account.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, how come I found pictures of Jason naked online? Did he cheat on Paul? Honey, Paul took the pictures.
Oh dear.
Just for those of you that don't know, when Jason met me, I was a sex worker.
There's a vlog on the channel about it.
There's a whole vlog about it.
Yeah.
And then when we got together, and we'd been together about 5 years, we had a couple of gay nude websites. No, you know, just nakedness.
Nothing filthy.
Nakedness.
Nothing excessively
But
filthy.
we've talked about it before, and it's like, yeah, we did it together. We made a little bit of money from it when we were students and having through hard times.
We were struggling hand to mouth.
And there you go. Now to be ashamed of.
Also, you know, without meaning to blow my own trumpet, because it's not something I do now, but if you've got it, flaunt it.
Well, who is it that? Oh, it's Moira. Moira from Schitt's Creek says, while you're young and beautiful, take hundreds of pictures of yourself naked because you'll need them one day.
Yeah, so true.
So there you go.
So yeah,
perhaps we should open an OnlyFans with all the old pictures.
It's wrong. So yeah, anyway. Rosie says we've got aircon in our Honda Jazz Lilith. It's very nice.
Oh, wait, what year Honda Jazz is it?
Be newer than ours was.
We had a 2005. Oh, we loved Harriet, didn't we?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Harriet the Honda. Also, yeah, the point about this guy was like, and I was just like, block, bye-bye. But, you know, obviously our stalker watches everything we do because they're obsessed with us.
Yeah.
And we'll get caught one day, trust. But that's already all out in the open, love.
Yes, so David says, I'm sorry you're still going through this. Have the police not done anything? It's very slow progress. I think that's the most politically correct way of putting it, isn't it?
Leanne, filth. Blow your own trumpet when someone could do it for you.
Nice one, Leanne. Nice one. Filthy minds, indeed. Schitt's Creek was wonderful, Kathleen. It was. Yeah, like I say, if you've got it, flaunt it, and you know, quash that little one now. We might have some randomer occasionally crop up on our social media somewhere. It's happened to us many times. Considering that we are over 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube now, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. And I hope I'm not jinxing us saying that. But you know, I think for the most part, we attract what we put out. Occasionally, someone slips through the cracks and you're like, hang on a minute, you've come into our house with shit on your shoes. Off your trot, you know.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
So
while you're doing that,
bit of a scary thing.
Go on.
There's a new AI website called Suno. And I'll just type us in there. There's a new music sound. So we watched this guy called Jared Dines. What's his channel called, Jess?
I think his channel's called Jared Dines.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. The other day he was talking about this new platform. Called Suno.com.
Suno. Suno. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I press that?
I didn't know whether you were screen sharing or you were just sharing a link.
Well, oh yeah, I can just do that kind of.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's in the link there. There's the vegan song that it wrote for me.
So, okay. Let's just touch on this for a minute.
Yeah, we have to touch on AI.
So, first things first.
I'm going to have a puff while you start this conversation.
Right. So, before we went live this evening, we'd kind of both said, let's just have a short one tonight because it's sweltering. And I said to Paul, I think this was when I was doing the pots about an hour ago.
It was.
I said, Yeah, let's have a short one because I'm feeling a certain kind of way at the moment. I alluded to this earlier on in the live stream this evening, and I said I'm feeling a certain kind of way for two reasons. One, because of AI and the recent revelations from dipping a toe into Suno, this new AI music website, because it's really scary. And I and we are very well aware. Oh, hey, Imran. Hey, you guys. Myself and Paul are very well aware of the environmental impact of AI. So I've hesitantly, over the last 12 months or so, been dipping a toe in to it because within the work that we do, and that's our work, our paid work, our day jobs, but that we've done over the last few years, but also with being content creators and YouTube, it's important to know what's going on.
Oh, you've got to stay aware of stuff like this, and you have to dip a toe now and again.
Yeah, so that's the justification there in terms of that. We're aware of, and it's terrifying, we're aware of the energy consumption, the water usage, all of that stuff. So we are tentatively dipping a toe in, but it's got me feeling a certain kind of way, and I'm still kind of processing it, if I'm honest with you. And I don't share a lot. I don't share as much as Paul, but I think it's important to acknowledge with our community here that that it's really scary, because this is a website that can create a full song from a concept and an idea
in 2 minutes,
less than 2 minutes, less than 30 seconds sometimes.
Listen to that song. Honestly, I'm gonna paste it again. It's brilliant.
But as somebody
brilliant
who has worked for many years to make original music and continue to try to make original music and get inspired and motivated by all the wonderful support that I've had over the last year or two with the stuff that I've put out, whether it was Choices, the song for the animals, or other stuff that I've done more recently. Paul's a songwriter as well, and a singer and a performer, and it's really scary what's going on with AI at the moment and how easy it is.
But nothing we can do will get rid of it. Which is why we have to be aware. Whoa, what's this? All right, can do that. Okay, so there's that, but there's also,
just before we move on from that,
Dave,
I want to I just want to sort of end on that kind of discussion point. I want to kind of just sort of end it on a slight positive, which is I was watching an interview. I can't remember who it was that was being interviewed to be able to reference the specific person who said this, but basically they were being asked about AI, and they said, well, the thing is with AI, particularly with the music creation, is AI is never going to replace human interaction, live performance of music, and I think will always be incredibly popular. So I'm going to kind of hold on to that.
Yeah.
That we're not just going to 5-10 years from now turn into a bunch of people who just listen to AI created music, and there aren't any like actual real humans making music anymore. So yeah, there'll always be that human thing. We've got people that have paid what, 350 quid to see Oasis tonight?
Yeah. We'll probably
thousands and thousands of people.
We'll probably hear that in the backyard in a bit.
Possibly.
If they're loud enough.
Possibly.
And of course, the other thing is just the general state of the world. But 3 points I'm going to make, the last one being the most important, most significant. This country, the rise of a far-right party, Reform UK, headed by a narcissist who is married to an immigrant but completely anti-immigration and so filled with hate, and has now come out against gay marriage, and who was one of the main instigators of Brexit. Nigel Farage cannot stand the man, and yet so many people love him. So we've got our own little mini version. He's our Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And he is rising in popularity because people have been convinced that immigration is the problem. It's not billionaires, it's not rich people pointing at the immigrants, it's the immigrants.
Yeah.
And we know that exactly the same thing is going on in America with this senile old man who is being used as a puppet by a lot of really horrible people who were the architects of Project 2025, which is happening day by day. People like Christy Noem, she is just an horrific human being. What do they call her? Something Barbie.
I don't know.
She's always on Instagram. It's horrific what's going on, but there's a genocide going on in Gaza. The Palestinian people are being decimated and relocated. That's a genocide. That's ethnic cleansing. If there was, I read a good analogy today, there were 50 odd people waiting in a queue for food the other day, and apparently one of the October 7th terrorists was there, so everyone got killed. So if a murderer is in a hotel filled with children, do we just bomb it? Is that what we do? It's just, Israel is one of the most horrific, narcissistic, manipulative places in the world. Constant settlements being built, land being stolen, and ethnic cleansing and genocide. And it's really hard to sit with it all.
You know what? We're living in 2025, and I hesitate to say that even just what Paul just said for the last 60 seconds has the potential for our YouTube channel to be taken down. I'm not even exaggerating there massively, because the world has gone mad, and that leans into what I was saying before about I'm feeling a certain kind of way at the moment, and when I'm feeling that kind of way, I either have to talk about it or I have to sit with it and let it process. But the AI stuff and what's going on with Israel and Palestine, and the fact that we've got our politicians that we put all of our trust and our faith into to make the right decisions, are basically telling us all en masse, ignore what's going on over there. It's not important. What's important is the dinghies that are coming into England. Let's focus on that. So, but I think the reason we don't harp on about this stuff a lot, we don't get political for long periods of time on the channel, but the reason why we wanted to touch on it this evening on the live stream is because we feel that the vast majority of people feel the same way at the moment, and it's okay to feel that way, despite what politicians and some of the media would have us believe and are trying to tell us. We're right to point out the atrocities. It's the worst thing that we've seen in our lifetimes. We are right to be shocked and appalled by it, and we have to keep shouting about it.
Yeah, Kathleen, I completely agree with you. But with a caveat. Kathleen says, please, everyone, spread as much positive energy as you can. Please focus on the positive things in the universe. We do 95% of the time.
Yeah.
But don't let yourself be unaware of what's going on, because that leads to apathy. And apathy is what's killing the world. Because people are just, I can't do anything, so I'm not going to do anything. The lovely flowers. And this is the world we're living in right now. So I get you, and for most part, I agree with you. But when people use that as an excuse to not pay attention, big problems.
Yeah, it's a tightrope to walk, isn't it? And that's really why, like Paul said before, most of the time, 95% of the time on the channel, and when we're doing content, we're just kind of focusing on the good stuff and staying quite positive, because we all need that sometimes. But you know what? I think the thing is, is linking in with what you just said, because we've talked about this just in terms of mental health in general over the years, is look for and get your distractions when you need to, but don't be permanently distracted, you know, from what's going on. Even if, because I have felt like this a lot, even if you feel completely disempowered and like there's nothing that you can do about it, I think it's important to be switched on and aware of what's going on, and you know, be on the right side of history as much as possible in terms of supporting, sharing, raising awareness. It doesn't sometimes seem like it does anything, but I think it does. You know, I just the other day, I'll be brutally honest with you, I'd unfollowed Owen Jones on Instagram because I couldn't cope with seeing the amount of stuff that was going on, that he was broadcasting about. But the other day, a few days ago, I re-followed him on Instagram because I want to stay aware, more aware of what's going on, and I want to occasionally be able to share stuff to highlight it, and you know, show my support, be on the right side of history.
I am going to share as well our PC fund again. Thank you so much to everyone on last week's or the week before's chat who donated after we shared the link. Massively appreciated.
Yeah.
And we can now get our new desktop PC. In fact, I'm chatting with, because I'm quite picky, and I'm like, will I be able to do this with it?
Have you shared it?
Yeah.
Right.
Chat.
Oh yeah,
moving very fast.
Yeah, it's there. Just put it on the screen as well. Not that that makes any difference. No one can do anything with that there on the screen, but it's in the chat anyway. Yeah, the chat is thick and fast. We hope that you don't mind us. In fact, I know you don't mind us touching on the stuff that we've touched on this evening in the live stream, but we are generally very transparent and open about the way that we're feeling and the vibe. You know, as a music creator, AI terrifies me a little bit. But then I'm like, okay, can I use this in a smart way? Maybe I can.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a middle ground to be found where I can actually.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I've used this site 3 times. The song that I've shared, which is on our channel, because I thought it was great, I was like, oh, okay. And then twice I've written the lyrics and done these other 2 songs and been like, that's really good, and I wrote the lyrics to that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, I need the toilet. I'm very sorry.
Well, I'm going to scroll back up and look at a few of the comments, because I'm mindful that we've been talking for quite a while. So I want to check in with folk. But yeah, I mean, you know, going back to what I was saying before, it's got us all feeling a certain kind of way, I think, in terms of a litmus test for society. Oh, my screen's just gone off. I'll close that, bring that back up. Some kind of HP thing popped up. Right. Yeah, it's a litmus test in terms of how society generally is reacting to things going on in the world. And I think we've said before that technologically we've advanced so much in like the last 50 years, but that doesn't necessarily balance with us evolving and developing as people, as human beings. You know, a bit deep and meaningful, but yes, Leanne. Reform UK drumming up support in Wales. There's a worry that they could end up leading the Senate, Welsh government. Yeah, because we are terrible, and we're easily tricked. I.e. Brexit. We're very easily tricked. We're very easily led. And it's by design, and that's not even conspiracy. Like, there's money that's been ploughed into disinformation on social media that's been proven time and time again. So, it makes it difficult. And if we're already not that great at cutting through the BS anyway, it makes it even more difficult, doesn't it? Right, okay. I've scrolled up quite far. Just seeing if there's anything else to... Yes, Imran, Farage is only a man of the people if your bias comes at the expense of common sense. Alan says, Farage is a fascist, simple. He may deny it, but he has a past he cannot escape from. Yeah. And there's a few comments further up about AI. You know, people are kind of concerned about that and, you know, the advancement and development of it. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. I mean,
you've gone really, really far back. Sorry, it's just when you up there pause like that, I'm very aware that
the chat's carrying on.
Chat's
yeah,
really thick and fast.
Yeah.
And we might be missing more stuff. Because you don't have chat, you lot.
Love it. I love it.
I do. I love that we've got such an integrated community who all love each other and care for each other and chat and, you know, converse. It ain't about us. Not about us.
Yes, Leanne. People look for an alternative that aligns with some of their views, ignoring all the things that come with that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think we were talking about it the other day and just kind of saying that I think it's almost gone beyond that point now, in terms of how I'm thinking about things. And I thought about this, relating it originally to just mental health support in the UK in general. And I was having a conversation with a work colleague the other day, and I was saying, it's not one political party's fault. It's been an issue with every party for like the last 20 plus years. And that then made me think, oh, hang on a minute, actually, every political party has failed us. So then where does that leave you? A new political party needs to be formed, doesn't it, really? Because if every other party has failed us in all of the important stuff.
Well, they haven't. Some haven't been given a chance. The Greens haven't been given a chance. A proper chance.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't, to be fair. They haven't, but I don't know if they will. And that's scary as well.
I know, but that's that mindset thing that you have to challenge in people, because when people are saying that, I don't think they'll ever get a chance.
True.
Well, they won't if you all keep saying that.
True.
So why don't you put your cross next to them and let's change this shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's make things better. Let's give them a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you're someone like me who believes, because let me tell you what I believe. Let me tell you this. It's going to be hard to quantify in a very short time, but I think personally that cavemen weren't the first humans. They were the children that survived from the last time everyone got wiped out. And back and back and back and back. The earth is cyclical. We evolve, we become intelligent and technological, we tear each other apart and destroy everything, and then it starts again.
Yeah, well, you make a good point there, because funnily enough, well, let me just very quickly just pick up on what Lindsay said. I've been a nurse for over 40 years and have seen mental health care decline dramatically over my career.
Absolutely.
It has. Because there's an expectation in the world, we're still holding on to this stereotypical male, very much male-driven attitude that regardless of what's going on in the world, you've got to just chin up and get on with it. And it's like, we're not, as human beings, designed, really. We're severely impacted by the world we live in. And at the moment, we're living in a world that is incredibly chaotic. So is it any wonder that there's so many people struggling with their mental health? And then if the support isn't there and the funding's not put in place, it's game over, isn't it, really? I want to go back to what you were just saying, because Adam made a point before, and we've talked about it before. Humans are heading the way of living like Wall-E, AI doing everything and robots looking after us. Scary, isn't it? Scary. Especially when Hollywood warns us and we just go ahead and do it anyway. You know. Anywho. I feel very lucky that we have this community around us, and that on the rare occasions when I do want to just kind of put my cards on the table, and it is rare, like we were saying before, 95% of the time we're quite upbeat. But yeah, last couple of days, even longer really, we've been feeling a certain kind of way, and it is just the world we're living in. So we rely on each other. We have our mental health toolkit. We have distraction. We go and see Joan. We go and see Dad Brom. We get on with our lives as best we can.
Starting a new job on Monday.
Yeah.
A month trial, just 3 days a week as a PA, along with a lot of other PAs for the same person. So very excited about that.
Yes. Will, hi Will and Chris, if Chris is there. I wonder if mental health distress has also increased at the same time. Social media, lockdowns, etc., have had such an impact.
Definitely. Yeah. We were talking about the lockdowns the other night, and said it really doesn't feel like the world has properly and fully recovered from that. It was a very damaging time.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah. Peter says, he was mentioning about proportional representation before, and absolutely, Peter, you are not wrong, good sir. But Peter says in Canada, mental health is really going downhill.
I think it's worldwide.
I do think it's worldwide. Certainly in across Europe, America, the UK. I think it really is, because we've got our priorities the wrong way around, and we have for a very long time. So we are seeing a gradual decline. And unless we fix it and have more funding in place to provide more community opportunities for people to link in and get the support, I think at last count we've got about 1.5 million people on waiting lists for mental health support here in the UK, in England, and that's just unbelievable.
I consider myself to be very lucky, because when I realized after the horror, for those of you that don't know, it's the armed robbery that Jason and I survived in 2016. It was about 6 weeks after that when I realized I needed to talk about this to somebody professional who could help me deal with it in the right way, because I'd started having panic attacks and anxiety attacks and all it. I was like, what is this? I was very lucky that I got a CBT, cognitive behavioral therapist, and I only had 4 sessions with her, and on the 4th one she said, Paul, you don't need me anymore, you've got it all right there. But I'm really glad that she was there to talk to and asking me the right questions, because the first time she said to me, talk me through what happened, like every detail. Imagine it's happening right in front of you there, and tell me what's happening. And I was like, and I couldn't. So it was important for me to break through those barriers.
Yeah.
And deal with things in the right way. And I was very lucky, because it happened very quickly.
Thank you for the reminder, Kathleen. Yes, appreciate a thumbs up on the live stream if you haven't already. That's always gratefully appreciated, and thank you for the reminder. Lots of congratulations on the new job, babes. Leanne says, yay, new job. Adam, congratulations, Paul. Yeah, lots of congratulations from people. Dorcas makes a very interesting point related to what we've been talking about this evening. I don't think that humanity has evolved mentally in line with the technology we now play with, and we can't handle the repercussions.
Yes.
That's a very, very good point you make, because
Absolutely.
our brains are not designed to take in the amount of information that we are taking in. And that's why it's so important to have to time out from screen time and social media and all of that stuff. We're absorbing a ridiculous amount of information on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
Aside from the fact that we're also dealing with the fact that we're living in a very, very disturbing world at the moment. Oh, sorry, go on. I was reading about that before, Adam. I can't believe that the binman strike in Birmingham is still not resolved, and that they basically just walked out of the latest mediation. Yeah, it must be absolutely terrible. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, sometimes we just read.
Sometimes we're just reading, yeah. You know what? Thinking about the younger, just scroll back up again a second. I'm not going to mention the guy's name because I don't want to mention his name on the channel. But David J makes a fairly interesting point about how young people are, you know, potentially being influenced by people that are just horrible people. And it's a really good point that you made, David. A slightly comedic angle on that. I was thinking the other day, randomly out of nowhere, I was like, we're entrusting the generation to save the planet that we gave Teletubbies to. I'll say no more. I'll say that. I'll just say that again. We're entrusting the generation younger than us to fix everything and save the planet, and we gave them Teletubbies. Yeah. Anyway.
Indeed.
It's yeah, you've got to laugh, haven't you, sometimes, and you've got to find your way through it all.
Let's talk about some nice things now.
Yes, so let's do that.
We are still very much enjoying MasterChef Australia, and we've started watching season 3 of Squid Game. It's brutal.
It's brutal and brilliant. It's only 6 episodes, so we've got 2 left. Yeah, really, really good, really good. Yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. That's kind of been it, really, on the media front, isn't it? It's basically been MasterChef and Squid Game over the last week or so.
Yeah,
we've watched and finished off Fellow Travelers. That was absolutely brilliant.
Really good.
We've got a busy and exciting few weeks coming up. Next weekend is my family anniversary. That's the anniversary of when me and my sister were adopted. So next weekend we're going to be hopefully doing something nice with Dad Brom, and hopefully we'll be seeing my sister and her clan. I'll just say that, her clan. So that's nice. You know, that's something to look forward to. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. There's nice things as well. Nice things to look forward to.
And this lovely community,
of course,
who are all aware but don't wallow in the darkness.
Yes. Sharon, thanks for being here.
Yeah, we're I think we might aim for the kind of 45-minute mark. We're on 43 now. Yeah. Might seem abrupt, but Jones in rehab. Tried to make her go. First she said no, and then she said, "Oh, balls, go on then."
It's a good thing that she did.
And now she's like, "Oh, I could live here."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, if you want to go in a care home, Joan, we're fine with that." She was like, "Oh, you cheeky little shit. You said you could live there." That's Joan for you.
Adam says, still need to watch series 2 and 3 of Squid Games. Watch it, mate. It's worth it, because even when we started watching season 2, we were kind of like, what more can they do?
3's brutal though, isn't it?
But it's brilliant. It's a really good series, and I think they're going to hopefully finish it off quite nicely with this, you know, season 3, 6 episode. Yeah. Rosie says, do they cook any vegan food on MasterChef? They do occasionally. They do. And it's nice because sometimes even when they're not cooking vegan, which obviously most of the time they're not, there's really interesting ideas in terms of some of the stuff they do with vegetables and fruit and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Just interesting ideas for a meal. You can veganize anything.
Yeah. Thanks, Will. Will says, many happy returns, Jason. Thank you. Thank you. 39 years? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 39 years. 39-year family anniversary.
Yeah, so we're going to be going to them and having a lovely couple of hours, and hopefully then seeing a beach.
Yeah,
it's been a bit too long.
We're going to tie that in, aren't we? Because we're only going to be like 10-15 minutes away from the coast, aren't we? So it'd be nice to kind of see the sea, you know, dip our toes in the sand, maybe.
Dip a toe.
Oh, Tracy, bless you. Bless you. Yeah, we can only send love and positivity to all of our friends over the pond in America that are of a similar mindset to ourselves, in living through this and it being right in your face every day. It must be incredibly tough. Okie dokie. We will start to wind things up right now. In fact, we'll start to wind things up slowly,
because we've got one more episode of MasterChef to watch, because it's an elimination. Well, we don't like to start the next day with an elimination.
Yeah,
and then we might end up finishing it off.
We might.
Squid Game.
I'll answer one final question from Adam. Adam says, did you catch any of the highlights from the Sabbath concert? Oh, it was great. I shed a tear when Ozzy performed. We have, mate. We've caught a few different performances from it. Really enjoyed it. It was obviously an absolutely epic gig. A shit ton of money raised for charity, which is amazing. And one of the standout performances, to be honest, that I've seen from it is Youngblood singing Changes. It was absolutely epic, and I think it's won him a lot of fans in the rock and metal community that were a bit dismissive of him.
I saw a picture of him on stage there wearing a black suit, and when I first looked at the picture, I thought it was Freddie Mercury.
Well, there you go.
Genuinely,
there you go.
His side profile with his hair swept back, I was like, oh my God, it's Youngblood.
Yeah, and that's never going to change. That's what I'm going to end on before we wrap this up. People will always want to have that human interaction and have that live performance experience, regardless of how good AI is. You know, unless they can make robots that look like humans that are then going to get on stage and play instruments and sing. But I think that's a ways off yet. So
Rosie is not only amazingly talented, he's gorgeous and pansexual. I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a slightly different live stream this evening, but we've got a lot off our chest, and I think in sharing it, we hope that it's that whole thing of resonance, in terms of, like, you know, there's lots of us that are feeling a certain kind of way, and it's okay to feel like that.
Of course it is.
You know, just have that reassurance between us as a community. So thank you as always for being here. If you haven't given the live stream a thumbs up yet, please do consider it. Yeah, it's been a lovely chilled live in the lounge.
Massive thank you to Leanne, who's been here all night, and Ashley, who turned up about 2 minutes ago.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Thank you both for always being around to help out with moderating. Somebody said a couple of weeks ago, you should get rid of your moderators. Your subscriptions would go up massively. I blocked them from the channel. I just can't be asked having when someone shows you who they are, believe them. The first comment.
Yeah. We've been doing this a long time now, haven't we?
Long time.
We've got a finger on the pulse when it comes to people bringing negativity and shit to our channel.
I was joking, actually, you know that.
Yeah. Nice one. Right, yeah, we'll call
2 minutes.
We'll call it a night. Thank you all for being here. Like I said before, it's always nice to read your words, find out what you're up to. Your sharing is always appreciated. Yeah, love you, mister.
Oh, love you too. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. The next time you'll see us is Tuesday, our meals vlog, which goes up every Tuesday at 5 p.m, documenting our previous 7 nights dinner, showing just how delicious, diverse and down-to-earth vegan eating can be. If you haven't checked one out before, we definitely recommend you do. And our recipes playlist, easy vegan recipes. I've come up with some corkers, mate. Corkers. Even I forget sometimes, as you'll see on Tuesday. Thai bowl that we had last night had gone off my radar. I had to watch my own vlog to remember how to make it.
Oh,
hey, Barbara,
I'm so glad that you did the vlog and then you remembered how to make it and then you made it and I got to eat it.
I'm glad as well. I've loved it. So yeah, thank you to all of our subscribers, our channel members, our patrons, the people that really help us to keep doing this. I am going to end with another share of our PC fund because, yeah, we've got our tower, but the vegan queens haven't got their laptop yet. And they can't use Paul's writing laptop like they did last year at VCO. It's just not what they do.
It's not, is it? It's not. It really isn't. Yeah, take care, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. We love you lots, and we will see you soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves. Oh,
I normally do that.